producing more and more killers every event.
Ladies and gentlemen, our third bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his professional debut or amateur debut out of Lawrence Fight Club, out of Lawrence, Kansas. Please put your hands together for the baby, Bjorn Sonsteng. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man has a record of 1 victory with 0 defeats, representing Marathon MMA out of Overland Park, Kansas. Please welcome George Miller.
Quick touch of the gloves and we're off. Both gentlemen happy with the kicks early.
Yeah, both these guys are long for the weight class, and the more they can use that length and the leg strikes there to keep the distance is the advantage for sure.
Ooh, big right hand lands for George Miller. Both guys having a little bit of time finding the range here.
Yeah, there's a lot of in and out movement. Neither guys are kind of finding that into the jab to start with.
Bjorn, the first one to close the distance with the shot attempt.
Miller did a good job digging for the underhook to try to create the space he needed there. Turns Bjorn up against the cage. Both these guys just spinning in circles here.
Got a little bit of ballroom dancing going on early.
That's all jiu-jitsu is, just bad dancing. Jiu-jitsu MMA, bad dancing.
Nice single leg there. A little swipe there. Thought we were gonna see an eye poke.
Starting to see both guys kind of settle in a little bit more here as the round goes on.
Yeah, a lot of energy expended so far. And, you know, early in a career, maybe this is the first time George Miller's had to go against, a southpaw who, like this, who's long and as rangy as him. You know, a little bit of a feeling out process.
Yeah, you can see him trying to use that underhook to turn back in here. Bjorn doing a good job trying to circle around to the back or get it dragged down to the mat.
Yeah, doing a great job keeping his hip behind George's so he can't get thrown here either. Here, Coach Trey Ogden yelling, start jacking that underhook as you turn your back to the wall.
Nice knee up the middle.
Just like that. Yeah, both guys seem to have calmed down a lot. Settling into their range. Ooh, and a big left hand lands. Ooh, and another left hand, this one downstairs.
Bjorn's gone to that head kick a couple times, trying to find the range on it just a little bit too far outside.
Yeah, it's coming with a lot of power behind it. You know, if he could set that up, there might be some serious damage.
Went to the leg that time there. Nice solid kick.
The setup looked the same as the high kick, though, so I'd be interested to see how he mixes that in these next 2 rounds. Very, very interesting round. Started off super high pace. Both guys kind of settling in through the midway point and finding their ranges and exchanging strikes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the judges score that round. There's a lot of back and forth in the wrestling, the strikes, same way. I'd like to see both guys, whenever you're in that, coming out of the clinch, see them looking for more strikes right on that break. A lot of times when you get these crazy back and forth fights, those are the moments you got to capitalize in the in-between. And you're not having the time to set up those long strikes.
And you see that a lot early in amateur fighters' careers. they almost get content in those exchanges. You know, like, okay, you see these small moments where both guys could choose to cut and get back to their range, but they're both like, okay, well, this is here, we're here, this is what we're doing right now, and then it takes one fighter to actually exit the exchange off of there.
Both these guys ready to go. Looking composed here for round number 2, and I think that's something we're going to see here as these rounds go on. Both these guys are going to settle down a little bit more in their stance and start to land some of these big strikes.
Big body kick landed there for George Miller as we open the round. Bjorn doing a good job trapping that leg there for a second in the single attempt.
Yeah, good balance there by Miller to stay on his feet.
Both gentlemen almost crashed through the cage here at us.
Ooh, Miller looking for a takedown of his own here.
Ooh, almost gives up the armbar in the back. These guys are scrambling like crazy.
Great scramble. Miller ends up on top.
Got to watch the up kick from there, though. George was on both knees.
Bjorn works back to his feet.
Corner of Bjorn yelling for him to throw that left hand more. He's landed a lot with it as he stepped off the center line.
Let him hear you, Kansas City. We got a war.
Look just under the elbow there of Bjorn, that big red mark from that first body kick as we open the round.
Yeah, some blood coming out of the nose there from Bjorn. But he scores a takedown here, catches the kick, ends up on top in guard for the first time. Can he keep the position, though? Miller trying to work back to his feet.
Yeah, turned his back there as he was trying to work back to his feet.
And Bjorn ends up in mount. Flows right to the back. He's doing a good job of riding the position here.
Looking for the rear naked choke. He's got both hands. He's got to start fighting the hands here or this is going to be over. Wow. Gave up on the choke attempt.
Miller able to keep his chin tucked just enough to avoid slipping under there.
Miller elects to go to the hip as he tries to work his way out of the choke.
He's got the body triangle, too, on the correct side. So, I mean, a really tough position for Miller to work out of.
Yeah, this is a long time to work here.
Flattens Miller out. Big strikes here from Bjorn.
Referee Zach Tybris looking close.
Keep going.
Miller's trying to scramble out here. He keeps moving. He's not settling, but yeah, there's a lot of strikes coming.
Doing a good job defending himself, though, until we got here. This could be it.
Under the chin.
Good job fighting the hands here. He's got the top hand down. Now he's got to work the second hand in. Wow, incredible hand fighting here from George Miller.
Yeah, beautiful job there from George Miller. You can tell he's put in the work in the gym. He's been in that position before. Absolutely. Worked out of it. Nice technique there. But eating some big strikes. He's got to get out of this position.
Yeah, defending himself still, but yep, Zach. I think that was the right decision. Referee Zach Tybris, one of the best in the business. I think I'd have to agree with that call. You know, did a good job defending himself, but it seemed like the storm was just getting worse and worse.
Yeah, really, you know, both guys can take away a lot from this fight, but great job there by Bjorn to, you know, once he established the top position on the ground, just really rode the position well, flowed right to the back, and was able to settle in the hooks and get to a body triangle, and, you know, he got the finish.
What a debut for Bjorn the Baby Sonsteng out of Lawrence Fight Club. 1-0 here in the Synergy FC cage.
Yeah, didn't really look like a debut fighter out of there. Like he made the adjustments well and rode the positions great. You can tell he's putting in the work prior to stepping in the cage, and you know it all paid off here tonight.
And I'm sure if you're a Synergy FC or an MMA Futures faithful, you've heard me say this thousands and thousands of times, but you know it's so hard to tell the difference between amateurs and pros these days. Sometimes, you know, a lot of these guys who've been doing this maybe this is their first fight, but they've been training MMA since they were 10 years old, 8 years old, and this was their first sport. You know, beforehand we see people from multiple disciplines and backgrounds coming and just kind of trying to mix the martial arts together, and they laid the groundwork for these guys right here.
One more time for these brave warriors. Your winner, 2 minutes and 50 seconds in the second round out of the blue corner, the baby Bjorn Sonsteng. We've got one more bout before a brief intermission. We just want to give a special shout out to KC Tintworks, proudly serving all of Kansas City. Check them out at kctintworks.net.
Bout number 4 is a catch weight bout tonight. Adam Cole versus Caleb the Hitman Williams.